This is not a test.
All right, very quickly we're going to talk about security. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, I am not a security expert. I wasn't in the Army, I was in the Navy. I know about naval security, and it's a little bit different than being out in the field and being able to secure your house. But I've talked to a good many Army people, a few Navy guy friends of mine that did stay out, you know, the Special Forces fellows. And the main thing is to be able to set up a perimeter. First block out onto your property, you should have some way to be able to detect whenever people come onto your property, be that some kind of motion detector that will send off an alarm back at your house, or the little snap alarms or trigger alarms that will pop a like a 20 or a 12 or a 20 gauge blank that will set off an alarm through tripwire.
Booby trap is now ready to go. All I need now is a couple insurgents. Come on, insurgents. So the insurgents come along. Over here. William, let Nathan do it.
Okay. And then
all right.
You blow it in?
Yeah. Okay, insurgents.
Whoa!
Those are some of the ways that you can be able to set it up so that you know that somebody's out there. Now, if you don't have people outside, you're not necessarily going to hear, especially if you end up having a whole lot of you already have a good many weapons being fired on a regular basis. You're not going to necessarily pay attention to a 22 or a 20 gauge that may go off. So that's the first perimeter. The second perimeter is one where you have lighting, solar powered motion detected lighting that will show up and illuminate where you already hopefully know that somebody has triggered the motion detector, so that they're stepping into the light and you're ready for them. They shouldn't be ready to be able to do anything, because hopefully they will be surprised unless they've done some probing or anything like that. So expect that they will probably try to shoot those lights out if they're up to no good. And if they get past that, then the next one is going to be cameras that you may have around your facility. And in the camera and out to the motion detector area, so if you have enough people, set up a quadrant or triangulation around the facility so that you have eyes that are going around looking to be able to see what's going on. So for us, I'm not gonna tell anybody where we have, what we have, distances, rings, if all of those things are being used by us right now. But between motion detectors, motion solar powered lights, cameras, LPOPs, and an overwatch point or two, it would be very simple to be able to see the non-educated before they come up. Now, if you end up with somebody that is trying to be stealthy and they know the tactics and they've watched and monitored and probed what's going on, then they may have a better idea of what's going on, so you're going to have to compensate for that. If you have a mass mob that comes up, it's going to set off every alarm that you have, and you're just going to have to deal with it. That means not leaving your flank open. Make sure that you still have somebody that is on a outpost watching that blind side. You don't pull all your people away from just because you're being attacked on the east. You don't pull everybody from the west over to the east. You get your east and your north and south to be able to support an attack to the east side, and let your west side continue to monitor what's going on in his half of everything, or at least his quadrant, preferably his half, because north and south will of course be paying attention to what's going on to the east. There's also going to be a command post point. That'll be the person that will actually make most of the calls. And if your command post person is not available, they're sleeping, you don't have enough people, then your overwatch person will be the person that takes charge as far as making the calls. Overwatch is also a support point for the outposts that are out. So that's the basics of what I know. There's a lot of other things that you can do to be able to step past. There's a lot of things that you can do to be able to go way above and beyond what I have. And right now we don't have enough personnel to be able to do all the things we need. Roving patrol is one of the things that once we get our full team here, roving patrol will be one of the things that's added up into the positions that I've already mentioned and the equipment that would be mentioned. Now, one thing to notice on your property, places where people can hide. So my house is to my back, about 60 feet away. You'd think this blocking concrete wall would be an ideal place to be able to have some cover. But I let the grass grow up here, and unfortunately for whoever may dive into this area, there's not going to be a happy place waiting on them in this grown up grass. Use your imagination, figure that one out. I want to go over the last few things on internal security. Number one is that everyone on the property that is part of my team is armed, minimally with a semi-automatic handgun with them. If they are in any kind of watch-standing position, then they will have some type of long arm with them along with that and plenty of ammunition. One of the other things that I've heard good and bad on are dogs, having dogs with you. And dogs are part of my team. They hear things, smell things, see things that we necessarily don't hear. Allows us to have the opportunity not to be constantly on edge, because they hear things twice as fast as we do, smell things many times better than we do. And whenever it comes to these animals, I will take care of them, and they will get food before somebody on the street that comes up there and asks for food at my door, because they are part of the team to be able to protect us, what do we have, and our home. So that's what I have for the external security for right now. I haven't filled and put everything on the video that covers all aspects of the external security, and what is on the video will show ideas and things that I have read about, learned from others, and some of these I may or may not have implemented. Not going to go into that. I'm not going to sacrifice my operational security for a video that may not be looked at for 5 years, but it may be looked at tomorrow whenever somebody steals it from me or something. So we're tweaking our way into darkness right now. I'm doing this off flashlight and rechargeable battery on my camera. If you found this interesting and you're part of the team, continue watching the videos. Let me know that this is something that you're interested in. So with that, we are about 7 days into EMP, and y'all have a good night, and I'll see you in the next video.